Now tell me, how does that even make sense? If I was doing something wrong, I wouldn't be here. That's the defense. Just existing in the room automatically makes you innocent. Please. That's like saying if I was guilty, I'd already be in jail. Same tired energy, same script, different day. But don't get it twisted. Her countdown is ticking. Justice always shows up. Always. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe, share this video, and drop a comment because I need your take on this circus. But before we go deeper, rewind your memory. Way back. Childhood back. Remember breaking something. In the house, maybe a vase or a lamp. Something you weren't supposed to touch. Remember panicking. Then thinking if I just say I didn't do it, maybe I won't get caught. That was your first taste of denial. Your first little lie. And that's exactly what this moment feels like. Tiffany Henyard sitting across from her ex-bestie turned sworn enemy Keith Freeman. Once they rolled tight, now they can't stand each other, yet there they were, face to face, pretending it's all good. But the setting isn't the story. The story is Tiffany's words. And if Super Mayor is a master of anything, it's serving up lies with a smile so smooth, you start doubting your own memory. She's got the script down cold. She'll tell an entire town, here's my number, call me anytime, like she's your mayor, best friend, and personal superhero all rolled into one. That's her trick fake access, empty promises, and a whole lot of illusion. And while you're watching, I need you locked in, really locked in. Don't just hear her voice, listen, because the second you think, well, maybe she meant well, you're already getting played. This whole thing is a stage show. Smoke, mirrors, costumes, the works. Think of this video as your training camp in spotting political BS. Rule 1. Assume it's a lie, then go digging for the truth. That's how you sharpen up. That's how you stop being the mark. Because right on cue, Tiffany's about to roll out her favorite line. Just call me. I'll fix everything. I got you. Like she's saving lives between coffee breaks. Cue the holiday miracle act. She tosses out the promise of a $1,500 grant. But hold up, is that per person or is that the grand total for the entire village? Because if that's the whole pot, then what? Everybody gets $1.50, maybe some loose change. That doesn't cover a single bill. But she sprinkles it around like confetti. No details, no receipts, just enough for you to imagine it's a blessing. That's her play. Drop something vague. Let the public inflate it into a miracle. Give you money, you bounce back. The village wins. Sounds nice, right? Then, without warning, she pivots. Let me just talk about what's going on suddenly. It's a community brag reel. Y'all seen the ice arena on Greenwood by 144th? New courts, new ice? She brags about a drama-free summer, no fights, no shootings, as if she single-handedly disarmed the block with her cape and magic wand. And then here comes the ask. I need help. I'm doing so much on my own because we're strong women. She tugs emotions, wraps herself in the cape, and tosses out that we like she's speaking for all women. But let's keep it real. When Tiffany says we, she means me, just her. Same as when she slapped her daughter's name on the ice rink. That wasn't community pride, that was ego and lights. She keeps running the Grant hustle. Since I became supervisor, we've been flooded with grant after grant, she brags. But here comes the switch. Suddenly, she's blaming the board for blocking $600,000 supposedly meant for a water park. We lost it, she shrugs. Then the classic move. Don't listen to rumors. Watch the board meetings on YouTube.
Oh, so now it's our job.
To scrub hours of boring meetings, to chase something that probably never existed. Please, that's the scam. Say something shiny, blame the board, then send people chasing shadows. She paints it like they don't want you to have nice things. She's the hero, they're the villains. Same tired playbook. And don't even get me started on that black dress with black tights. Just know that look should have stayed buried in the closet, period. And like clockwork, she makes herself the victim. Other cities get positive press, she whines. They get TV interviews, magazine features. But her, always the bad headlines. Ah, poo. Now she's lecturing people to educate themselves and tell your neighbors the truth.
How?
If you disagree with me, you're misinformed. That's not leadership. That's manipulation. Straight up. And then she circles back to her #1 hit single. If I was doing something wrong, I wouldn't be here. Like that line is supposed to erase audits, lawsuits, and investigations. Like existing in the seat means innocence. It's denial with a fresh coat of lipstick. Here's the truth. Existence doesn't equal innocence. Occupying the office doesn't mean you're clean. It means you're clinging on, hoping the clock runs slower than the subpoenas. But that's the countdown. Her clock is ticking loud. Somebody please explain that logic. She even adds, I'd have been struck by lightning. By now. Since when is divine protection a legal defense? That's like saying, if I was guilty, I couldn't be R. Kelly. Fame doesn't cancel guilt. Love doesn't erase crime. And just because she's standing here free today, doesn't mean prison isn't already on the horizon. Trust. It's coming. Then out comes her favorite shield, the single mom card. Why would I risk being taken away from my daughter? As if motherhood cancels out accountability. Let's be real. Being a mom doesn't make you immune to bad decisions. We've all seen it, moms in cuffs at Walmart, at Target, stealing because life cornered them. Being a single mom doesn't make you crime-proof. If anything, it makes the weight heavier, the temptation louder. That's who the system crushes first. That's who takes the gamble. And no, nobody does dirt thinking it's safe. They do it thinking they won't get caught. Me, I know better. If I ever tried anything illegal, I'd get bagged immediately. No warning, no grace. First attempt, boomless and served. The universe doesn't play with me. That's why when someone says, it's my first time, you sigh it. Because most people don't get caught the first time. If you did, odds are that wasn't your debut. But hey, sometimes beginners really do get smacked early. That sting humbles you forever. Then Tiffany pulls out the sympathy card. It takes a lot to sit in this seat. Translation, feel sorry for me. She whines that politics stripped her privacy, her peace, her sanity. We're all human. We all hurt. Sure. But what she wants isn't understanding, it's pity without accountability. And just like that, unity becomes her rally cry. She doesn't preach unity until the fire's already burning. She even brags about playing regional hero. Talks about Dixmoor's water crisis. How she showed up with trucks and crews. And yeah, that's solid credit given where due. But here's the truth. Good deeds don't erase bad patterns. Helping one town doesn't wipe away the lies in another. Then she spins it into PR. These are the connections we need. It's translation. Y'all better go brag about me. Then it's performance mode. She calls Keith up. Mr. No Roots. Keith shuffles in. Wishes everyone happy holidays. Looking like a rejected Pixar character. His opener. I don't like standing in front of people. It's awkward. Then we get weather updates. Snow hits at 1 p.m. Don't park on the wrong side. And the kicker. He hands out his personal cell number. Like drivers in a snowstorm are going to pull over mid-blizzard to call Keith Freeman for parking advice. Sir, this isn't Waze, but that's the game. They sell access. Give out a number. Smile. Pose. Act like they're listening. Let's branding. Da-da-da. And Tiffany circles back to her greatest hit. How can I help you if the board blocks the money? The board is always the villain. She's never the problem. And what do you know? An election reminder? Vote February 28th, always campaigning, never explaining. Of course, she name drops Andrew Holmes, her only loyal soldier. He did the will of the people, please. If she told him the sky was green, he'd clap back at the sun for disagreeing. Pure yes-man energy, that's who she praises. And then she slips. I need 2 more like him. Meaning she doesn't want a board she wants cheerleaders. Then comes the sales pitch. You see more resources now, right? I keep your tax dollars here in Dalton. Cute line. But reality? She blocks permits, kills development, scares off businesses. She locks the doors, then asks why no one walks in. Don't bring that here. She says, then wonders why Dalton has nothing nice, ma'am. Look in the mirror. Meanwhile, she's jet-setting coast to coast on taxpayer money. Conferences, hotels, dinners collecting titles like airline miles to justify the trips. Back home, folks can't even open a shop. That's Super Mayor in action. And no, we're still not forgiving that black dress with the black tights. Outfits don't deserve a sequel. But the worst part? The lying. Tiffany treats lies like oxygen. She didn't invent lying, but she weaponized shamelessness. Most people feel something when they're caught: embarrassment, guilt, shame. That's what keeps us human. But when you lie, double down, and gaslight an entire town, that's when it gets dangerous. Her playbook is simple: deny, distract, deflect. Motto: say it with confidence, never look back. And somehow, after all that, she closes with "Mama loves you." She really said that. Performance never stops.